construction. Woohoo! Our last one is we are going to construct a square with the given side. So that's going to be the side length of the square. So step one, we're going to draw a segment. And I said long segments just because it should be a little bit longer than this, but it doesn't have to be huge. Step two, well, squares have right angles. So we're going to take that segment and we're going to construct its perpendicular bisector, because that way the perpendicular will give us a right angle. Step three, we're going to measure the given side. And then step four, from the right angle, we're going to mark off 2 of the sides. From the ends of those 2 sides, we're going to mark off an X out in space, and then connect the ends of the 2 sides to the X, and we will have a square. All right, so here we go again. Step one is to just make a decent sized segment. Step two, perpendicular bisector. So remember, I go put my grommet on one end and arc above and arc below. And using that same point, go to the other end of the segment. And again, arc above and arc below. Oops, this one I need to make a little bit longer. All right, and X marks the spot, so connect the 2 X's. And this is now a right angle, so we have a right angle for our square. Okay, so step 3, measure the length of the given side. So I put the metal grommet on one end, and I try to find which point lines up with the other end. And keep track of that dot, because that's what we're going to use to make all the rest of the marks with. So I go to the right angle, and I mark off one side, and I mark off the other side. So here, see how it didn't hit the segment? That's okay. All I have to do is go back and make the segment a little longer. Okay, so now this is going to be a vertex of the square, and this is going to be a vertex of the square. So using the same segment, I go to that dot, and I make an X. Go to the other one, make an X, and that's going to be the 4th vertex of our square. So we connect it here, and we connect it here, and we now have a square with 4 congruent sides and 4 right angles.